today's episode, we welcome on a very special guest. He's Josh Beland. He's the superintendent for Misquamicut Golf Course.
Assistant superintendent.
Assistant, yeah.
Yes. Assistant superintendent.
Appreciate you. Sorry about that. Thanks so much for being on the show, Josh.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, no problem. Before we get into our interview with Josh, I just want to make a quick announcement here at Vintage Cigar Lounge. They are bringing in another cigar company as well too to have cigars. So they will have Cavalier. So on March 10th at 7 p.m., they're gonna have like a tiki night. So some classic tiki cocktail deals on Cavalier cigars and a contest for the best Hawaiian shirt. So make sure you get down here on March 10th. At 7 p.m., I will be down here. I'll be rocking. I'll find some crazy Hawaiian shirt, I think. So we'll hope to see you down here. So, all right, well, let's get into our interview. Josh, thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate your time and enjoying a cigar with us today.
Yeah, it's great. Cigar's great. Place is great. Company's great. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get started.
Awesome. What first, before every show, before we get into our questions or anything like that, what are you smoking?
I am smoking what is this, a Black Betty? Fat Bottom Betty.
Yep.
Delicious.
Wow.
Light, smooth, sweet.
Oh, nice.
I like it.
I like that, yeah.
It was a good recommendation.
Mm.
Yeah? All right, good.
It was.
I have a leather rose made from the same company that Black Bottom Betty is made from. So,
Very
yeah.
nice.
What about you, Jeff?
I got a Dogma. It's, I don't know. It's good. I don't know anything about it. I like it. It's good. Good stuff.
Very
I just
nice.
chose it. It's a Dogma. I said, let's go with it.
Yeah.
So, Josh, I want to ask you, before we get into questions about Misquamicut Club and anything, how did you get into golf? Are you a big golfer? So, like, what led you to this path?
I was a big golfer. Around I played baseball and everything growing up. Around like 1997, a buddy of mine wanted to get into golf. His brother was just getting into golf, and he got the bug. So I told one of my uncles that I was getting ready to stop playing, and he's like, "Come to the house. I got something for you." So I go to the house. He gives me a set of these old rusty golf clubs and a big bag of pink golf balls, and he tells me, "Don't lose them." So that night I went home. Went up to the baseball field behind my house and hit every single one into the woods. And I've had the bug ever since. I wanted to be a pro from that point on. I practiced all the time. I was all about playing whenever I could. And I just, from that point on, I've had the bug. And then I had an opportunity to get into the maintenance side. And I've been doing it for 20 years.
Wow,
Worked
awesome.
at 6 different golf courses, and I've seen the best of the best, the worst of the worst. But yeah, I love the sport. I love everything about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that is awesome. So as far as you getting into a superintendent role, what I guess how did you end up becoming a superintendent? I know you got into maintenance, but also as far as what's the best part about the job, and also the least favorite part about your job that you would say?
Well, I would say the best part of the job is just the visual aspect of it, seeing your work accomplished, seeing how great you can make a place look, and like anything. The worst part is just working at a place where you're not appreciated. You don't have the money, the tools to do the job correctly.
Yeah.
But overall, it's been a great experience for me. I love doing it.
Yeah.
I started as just a laborer. I found an ad in the paper looking for just a laborer making minimum wage, and talked with that superintendent, about what I wanted to do with my life, and he, told me about this program at UMass, and I went through the program at UMass, and just
Awesome.
worked my way up from the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
And got the opportunity to be a superintendent at 2 different places, and it was great, and led me to Misquamicut, which is another great place.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been great.
Awesome.
That's awesome. So, like, for people who don't know, like, what exactly does a superintendent do? Like, for people that wouldn't maybe for people who don't.
We are pretty much in charge of the entire property.
Okay.
All the turf. Places like Winnipeg, the expectation is not great. I worked in Winnipeg for a couple of years, and but that's just a mom and pop place. That's just a public golf course.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the expectation is not great. But a place like Misquamicut, where the expectation is great and everything has to be perfect every day, all the time.
Yeah.
It's a big job.
Yeah.
It's a big stressful job.
Oh yeah, I know. I used to work the land crew or the groundskeeping crew every day, so I remember all the responsibilities and all the things that we were.
There's a lot to it for sure.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's a lot that goes on.
You said you've been in the business for 20 years. How long did it take you to become your own superintendent? And then I know now that you're at Misquamicut, you're the assistant, but you're still in a pretty good role there.
Yeah, and it's an assistant's title, but the superintendent, Dean Bozak, great guy.
Yep.
He treats me as an equal. He respects my opinion. He knows I've been around the block. I've been in the business for a long time, so he doesn't treat me like an assistant.
Yep.
But to answer your first question, I was in the business for 12 years before I became a superintendent.
Gotcha.
I was an assistant for 8, a laborer for 4,
Yep.
and then took my leap into be a superintendent.
What was the first course you were a superintendent at?
A little 9-hole private club in Dartmouth, Massachusetts called Hawthorne Country Club.
Okay.
So,
Good track.
Good track. Was new ownership when I came in. No members. So it was a new endeavor for both of us.
Yep.
But when I left, they had over 100 members. The place was doing well. And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure what happened to it now. I haven't really looked into it, but I think it's still open.
Awesome.
So.
Very good.
That's really cool. So you mentioned you've seen the best of the best, but you've also seen the worst of the worst. What's some of the worst things that you've seen or experienced?
Without naming anyone.
Yeah, that's tough. I can't go there. I can't answer that question without naming anyone.
Okay.
So let's skip that one.
Yeah, we'll skip that one. So being a part of it, being part of Misquamicut Club, what's it like to, make some of the decisions that go at Misquamicut Club for the maintenance and what goes on?
I'm part of a team. I love being part of a team. And it starts right at the top. Like I said, Dean Bozak's a great guy. The only job he's ever had is Misquamicut. He knows that place. He cares about that place, and all the employees see it. So it makes it very easy to follow.
Yeah.
Follow him because he's there. He's dedicated his time, his life to that place, and he expects the same out of us, and he just makes it easy to follow him. He's awesome. A great guy. Yeah. Can't say enough good things about him.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's very fulfilling to go into work every day and like your boss.
You look forward to going to work every day.
That's awesome.
And there's stressful times like any job.
Yeah.
Summertime I'm there, 60 plus hours a week, sometimes more than that. And it takes a toll on the family, but overall it's a great place.
Yeah, that's awesome. Place.
One of the best things I ever did.
Very good.
Definitely.
So can you kind of walk through what the off season is like as far as projects or in preparation for the upcoming season, and then basically kind of weekly to-do list during the season to maintain what you guys have done in the off season?
Yep. Well, pretty much during the off season, if we don't have any the course doesn't have projects going on, we're just taking care of accessories. We're cutting back some brush areas. We're just doing little sodding different areas to get them ready for the springtime and to deal with the summertime. We have a full-time mechanic that goes through all the equipment, pretty much A through Z, to make sure everything is running proper. So when it's go time, it's go time. But we have 8 guys that work all winter long, and we have tons of accessories that need to be sanded and polished and painted, and just prepping everything to go into next season.
Okay.
We do have a couple projects going on right now. We're expanding our range tee. We're adding a 5,000 square foot section, a new section to it. Yep.
Awesome. That's awesome. I think that was needed.
Yep. We had some one of the last storms that came through washed away a bunch of the dunes down at the beach.
Yep.
So we've had some guys up there repairing those.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's been a pretty slow winter compared to winters in the past because we've always had projects and stuff going on.
Yep.
But so far it's been pretty slow. We got a couple tees we're going to put in, I think, but those are little projects.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this is the time of year we kind of get to take it, somewhat easier.
Yep.
It's 7 days a week once the summer starts.
Yeah.
No time off pretty much.
Yeah.
And once, Labor Day rolls around, then you can kind of relax. And then once Christmas hits, the brakes are on.
Yeah. And then as far as when the season does start, what's the to-do list that you guys have to do on a weekly basis?
It all depends on the grass. If the grass isn't growing yet, and we're bringing crew members back, they're out there cleaning up, picking up sticks, trying to get the place as spotless as possible. So when the grass does start to grow, we're out there. We're able to just get out there and mow it, and then start our routines. And, you know, like every golf course, it's, you know, your routine during the season never changes.
Yeah.
You're mowing the same thing every single day, you know, all week long, every single week.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the same routine every single week. So
Gotcha.
I know on Mondays when I go in, I'm going to be spraying plant protectants. You know, guys are going to be cutting greens, mowing tees. Fairway mowers are going to be going out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yep.
You know, it's the same routine. It doesn't change. And
Gotcha.
for the most part, everyone knows what they're doing, so it's a matter of just showing up and just getting out and doing it.
That's awesome.
Gotcha.
So, and then today, I know you mentioned you have something going on. You have the turf. You have,
Yeah,
turf
the golf industry show in Orlando.
So, you're going down to Orlando?
To Orlando, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I leave today at 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's
Fly
awesome.
out at 5.
That's awesome. So what does that entail? Like, what do you guys look for when you go to, like, one of those events and, like, you know,
Well, it's a week-long event.
Yeah.
They have a big, it's nationwide, so they have all the superintendents and assistants, all the golf courses throughout the country, for the most part, attend. They have a big, like, golf championship this weekend that you can register for. That's run by Toro. But the show itself starts Monday, and it's a couple days of classes, and then the trade show will open on Wednesday and Thursday. And that's just hundreds and hundreds of vendors throughout the country that sell different golf course supplies, plant protectants, equipment, whatever. And you're just walking around just looking at different stuff, the newer technology. But for the most part, the first 2 days are just education, and then, you know, that's it. I got a couple classes Monday, Tuesday, and then, you know, we'll see what we'll go from there.
Yeah. Now, how much information do you guys obtain during that week, and what do you bring back? Do you go there looking for anything specific, or is it just something that is kind of on a whim that you see that you want to implement?
I think that's more the case, especially at a
Yeah.
place like Misquamicut. You know, they're pretty much set in the ways that they do things and, you know, the stuff that they purchase for the most part.
Yeah.
But if we see any newer technology or anything that we like, you know, it's just on a whim pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, send me some information on that, or combine, you know, bring me a demo so I can see how it, you know, will work on my course or something like
Yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Or send me a bag of fertilizer so I can try to see, you know, is it going to be beneficial to us compared to what I'm using now. type of
Yeah,
deal,
yeah.
you know.
Okay, gotcha.
That's really cool. That must be a cool event to kind of, like, make connections though and talk to other, like, you know, superintendent guys, like, down there as well too. Like, how many connections have you made, like, to other people around, like, other golf courses, or any conversations that you guys kind of, like, do you, like, I guess
A lot, you know.
yeah, awesome.
This will be my first national show.
Oh, really? Yeah,
we were supposed to go the last couple years, but with COVID and everything,
Yeah.
we weren't able to go. Last year was San Diego. The year before that was Vegas, so we missed out on both of those.
Really?
Yeah,
That would have been fun.
so it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's in a new place every year?
It rotates around the same 5 places pretty much.
Okay.
San Antonio, Arizona, San Diego, Orlando, Vegas.
Gotcha. Those are good destinations.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Hey,
So-
you get extra tickets for, like, a couple podcasters?
I might be able to fit you guys in my golf bag.
Well, speaking of golf, you mentioned beforehand you're going to play Bay Hill tomorrow
Bay Hill
morning.
tomorrow
It's
morning.
What, 7:30 tee time?
7:40 tee time.
7:40.
I cannot
What
wait.
are you looking most about that experience?
Just seeing the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing the course and, you know, reliving some of the history that's been played out there.
Yeah.
You know, when I played Bethpage Black a couple years ago, and just seeing some of the plaques where it says Tiger hit this from here,
Yeah.
I think that stuff is really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's
You know?
I can't only imagine. It's got to be awesome.
I know, that's super exciting. Are you playing any other golf courses down there, or just that on that?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I was there was some chatter about playing a little Winter Park 9, some like exclusive 9-hole club
Oh,
in
yeah.
Orlando, but I haven't heard the confirmation on that yet.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do Top Golf, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that out. I've never tried that before.
This summer we can go to Cranston, right? Is it going to be open or not?
I don't think this summer. I think it's
Maybe
a couple
next.
years away. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been going
That'd
on
be
for
awesome.
a while, right?
Yeah.
Hasn't it? Yeah. That's-
Well, there was a lot of chatter on trying to get it approved first.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then they finally did, so I think they're gonna break ground.
You think they're going to stay open in the winter?
They might, actually.
It's going to
Yeah.
be a weird dynamic, I feel like. I feel like they're all in a lot of warmer climates.
Hmm.
I mean, because it's year round.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Oh, we'll see. It'll be fun to go up there and whack it around.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever been?
I have not been to
I've
one.
never been
Nope.
either.
I've been to one in Dallas.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. So my first time playing in one in Dallas, right next to me was the Pittsburgh Steelers team.
Really?
It was like playing right
Oh,
next
wow.
to me and my buddy. So we were like, the lady was like, "That's the Pittsburgh Steelers." So I'm like, what are they doing down in Dallas? They were doing like some like camp or something like that.
Oh, that's
down
awesome.
They weren't playing the Cowboys?
They weren't playing. No. It was like after the season. It was like right. It was like a few weeks after the Super Bowl. So I don't know if they were doing like a team trip or something like that. But I was like competing with like one of the guys like we were hitting like kind of like he's like you hit the ball pretty well. I was like,
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was kind of a cool experience. But I think it could be year round open because like they could put like heaters there and stuff like that.
Yeah, true.
Now, where's it going in Cranston?
I want to say it's like
By
literally
Mulligan's?
right off of what is it, Route 6 or Route 10? Whatever route it is to get to Golfers Warehouse, if you keep going towards Cranston,
Yeah, that's 37.
yeah, it
Yeah.
should. I think it's right there on your right. What's something Gardens? I think.
Oh yeah, Garden City.
Garden
or-
City,
yeah. That's
Right
Phoenix
near
Ave.
Garden.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
right near Garden City. I'm pretty sure that's where it's going. So it's a perfect location. I think it's going to be a really cool entity to go to. I think.
Yeah. I wish we could get something like that around here, like Charlestown or something like that.
Yeah.
Something close by would be nice, but.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. So being a part of Misquamicut, what's like one of the best things like being there, just like being able to work there, like what, or like even just being part of like the tournaments and everything. What's like one of your favorite moments about being there?
Just driving around
Yeah.
in the morning
Yeah.
and seeing some of the views that are out there, to tell you the truth. Just stopping on like the 11th tee box and just looking out to the ocean.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
to me, that's the best.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Is that your favorite hole?
Yeah, I would say so.
11 tee box.
11 tee box,
It
definitely.
is. Yeah, it is an experience.
I know.
What about the sunsets and the sunrises? Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a whole nother experience from the rest of the course. I feel like.
I agree. 5T has a good view too.
Yeah.
Looking out on the bay over there, off of Watchhill Road.
Yep.
But 11 is definitely.
Yeah, you just see straight ocean for
Yeah.
however
Yeah.
long you can see.
On a clear day, you can see Block Island. You can see Fisher's Island.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Speaking of Fisher's Island, you've been over there to play?
I have not.
No.
I have not.
Well, we might have to get both of you guys over there with the golf team this year.
Yeah, let's
that'd be
make it happen.
awesome, yeah.
We'll see if we have some extra room. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll swim. I'll just hold on to the boat. I don't care.
Put me in a tube on the back. I don't know my gloves.
I've heard a lot of good
That'd
things
be
about
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, 360-degree water views, so the experience is awesome. I think as far as golf course goes, it doesn't match up to like a Shelter or a Misquamicut, but it's just the experience alone matches everything that everyone says.
Yeah. What's your favorite club around here?
My favorite club is Shelter Harbor.
Shelter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had this discussion with Mike. I think for like a championship golf course, I think it's golf heaven. I think that there's never anything out of place. It hits all the boxes, especially with the par 3 course.
I love that. That
Yeah.
is unbelievable. Have you played
Yeah.
that, Matt?
No.
Unbelievable.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff, sorry.
Yeah,
There's a guy I
You
know
can cut
named
that
Matt.
out.
Yeah, there's a guy I know named Matt that looks exactly like me. So I didn't say that.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, the par 3 course. Like I feel like from like a competitive golfer, Shelter, if you could go there and practice every day, it hits all the boxes. But from the same token, like Misquamicut Club, from an older golf course standpoint, there's never a blade of grass
Yeah.
out of place anyway either.
Yeah.
So it depends on whether you want new school or old school, right? I have this conversation, I feel like, a dozen times a year with people, especially in the summer, and I think it comes down to whether you want a shorter course with undulated and kind of smaller greens, or if you want like a longer course with very big greens and very
That
big
are
fairways,
lightning fast.
Yeah.
So it all depends. It all depends from the golfer's perspective, but like I from my perspective, I think being a competitive golfer, I think I would want to go to shelter and just
Yeah.
whack it around and play the par 3 in the course at all times.
What about you, Jeff?
I like. I was expecting a Matt. I played in Misquamicut when I worked there after one day, and it was gorgeous. I took my dad. So my dad was in like golf heaven because my dad's a big golfer.
Yeah.
So he was so excited to play, and I really enjoyed it. Like obviously, beautiful course, be able to play there. But for courses that like I like Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook is probably
Meadowbrook
one of,
is-
yeah, Meadowbrook, but I really enjoy that course, even though it kicks my butt a bunch. Like I don't know what it is, and
It's long.
yeah, it's long. Yeah,
It's very long.
And and I say I hate it, but I do enjoy playing as Fender Hill. I don't know, everyone. Tough
I don't mind
greens,
Fender Hill either.
Yeah. Like there's just moments where I'm like, though it's tough, it challenges me, but like I do enjoy it. But
The
Yeah.
greens at Fenner are tough
Yes.
to read.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite course to play?
To play,
Non-biased, because I know
okay,
that you
yeah.
work at Misquamicut.
I would tell you the truth. Misquamicut's probably not even in my top 3.
Really?
Really?
Yep. I'd say Eastwood Ho. That's
I've
down
heard
in
that is unbelievable.
Chatham, Cape Cod.
Yep.
Unbelievable. I would say Shelter.
Yep.
Definitely on there. And now my favorite to play, I'd say probably Pinecrest. That little 9-hole.
It is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that's a nice goal.
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
unbelievable.
It's such a hidden gem.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I know that Bay Hill's going to be in your top 3 tomorrow.
Yeah. That would
Well,
change.
I've played a bunch of different courses, throughout New England. But I'm saying as far as able to
Yeah.
play now,
No, I know.
those
I
would be
know.
the 3 I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
Pinecrest. Imagine. if
Beth
that was
Page Black
18.
was great. Galloway National in New Jersey was great.
Yep.
Scranton Country Club was great.
Yeah.
I played a lot of great courses. I played pretty much every course down in Cape Cod.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. We have a lot of good golf in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which
especially
is-
down like here in South County,
Yep.
like the South County area or Washington County area.
Yeah.
I don't know what county we are. But
I've never played Wannamoyset. I've been on it for a wedding. I've walked around just fooling around, but I've
Yeah.
never played it.
Yeah, I've never played it either, actually.
But I've heard a lot of great things about that.
Yeah, Metacomet was awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's done. But
That's
those
gonzo.
were those were greens comparable to Shelter Harbor, because they were Misquamicut Club greens, but shelter pace.
Yeah.
So if you were in the wrong spot, you're 3-putting
Yep.
or 4-putting. It's just impossible sometimes, especially if you don't play it all the time.
Yep.
Like, so that was awesome too. But yeah, I mean, there's so many good golf courses around here, and I don't think they get utilized enough with like the RIGA. I feel like doesn't get access for those to be implemented in a normal rotation,
Yeah.
which would be nice. But yeah, I mean, we definitely have a good section of golf around here.
Are there any events at Newport Country Club?
Yep, we have the Burke there.
Okay.
It's at Newport one day and Pawtucket the next day.
Okay, 2 good courses. Newport's fun,
yeah.
but a lot of
Newport's
people
fun.
rave about Newport being their favorite. But I played it a bunch of times. It's okay.
It's just the clubhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a clubhouse.
Yeah.
It's the
Exactly.
clubhouse.
Yep.
Perched up there. Then you get to like the 4th tee and you're right on the cliff there.
Yep.
Which is awesome. But you're right. I
Hitting
mean, it
driver
doesn't-
into a par 3. If that
you
wind
could,
is
Yep.
if that
Yeah.
wind is blowing.
So I mean, there definitely are perks to it, but as far as golf courses go, I feel like I'm always comparing it to Shelter Harbor. I can't. Like,
Yeah.
even the Floridian down in Florida, like I went and played Trump Bedminster. Like, it's good. They're good courses, but Shelter is a different feel. You feel like you're in a different world.
Yeah. It is a
Yeah.
different animal for
Yeah,
sure.
so that's what I go
I would
through.
love to get on Shelter.
We'll get you on.
Yeah.
The golf team's there, so
Oh, okay.
that's another destination.
Assistant
Yeah.
coach.
At least the par 3.
Yeah,
that
I'll
is
play the par 3. Yeah.
that is unbelievable.
The par 3 is awesome. Yeah.
Wouldn't-
Yep.
So, do you play Misquamicut at all after work or anything? Or are you able to-
Sometimes,
Yeah.
if I have an afternoon where I don't got baseball, I got some free time. Then
Yeah. you
we'll
go-
sneak right on after work. For the most part, the guys play pretty much Monday through Thursday. Every day they're allowed to play
Yeah.
for the most part, and they take advantage of it.
I would.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna ask you, and I know that you know the answer to it. What is the best non-titled golf course in Charlestown?
Non-titled?
Yep.
That would be Hawk's Nest.
Yes. I have this guy. Actually, can you tell the story?
There's a gentleman. His name is John Arnold. They call him Bose. Super guy. His family owns some land in Charlestown, right on Ninigrit Pond, and he decided to convert it into his own little golf course. So it's 6 or 7 greens with, probably 30 different tee boxes. So you play the same greens from different tee boxes for different holes. There's a par 5, there's par 3s. It is insanely cool.
So, like, no one, you can't, you have to, like, ask this guy to go play?
Yeah, pretty much. You have to know him in order to get on to play. But literally, you drive into someone's backyard, and there's just a big mound of dirt shaped up like a tee. And you just hit off the tee over the pond into the farmland, and there's a green back there. There's bunkers. There's irrigation. It is super cool.
How do you make that? Like,
he just did it on his own. He's out there by himself all season long, cutting the grass by himself. Shelter does some work for him, mechanical wise. I do some work for him, mechanical wise. But yeah, it's a great golf course.
It's called Hawk's Nest?
Hawk's Nest.
Yeah.
First time I played it, we were driving down this little car path, and we got cornfields on the sides of us, and the corn is just slapping the golf cart until you get to the end of it. And then there's a tee right here. You hit over to the green over here. Then you drive over to this tee and hit to the same exact green for this next hole. It was great.
Yes,
great.
I wanted to share that little local knowledge. I've never played. Josh came to me one day when we were working at Winnapesaukee, and he's like, "Oh my God, I've just played this course. It's a makeshift course. It's unbelievable. We have to go play." Have yet to play it, so we're gonna have to go over there.
Well, let me tell you, all the people I told about that place, that list is probably 100 people long, so you're around there.
I have people.
So we're just crossing people.
I have people come up to me. They're like, "Hey, have you heard about this Hawk's Nest?" And like the word has been trying to get out lately. Like I don't know if he's allowing people to play, probably not, but. People have been hearing about it, and they've been coming up to me, and I'm like, yeah, I've heard great things about it.
It's fun.
Josh told me that
tiny
it's awesome.
little, like, postage stamp greens, but it's fun. And he has a tournament up there right around Thanksgiving. Some of, like, the local pros, their caddies playing. I think Brad Faxon's caddy or Billy Andre's caddy played in it last year.
Really?
So, yeah.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't even, that's nuts, so I didn't know that. So this guy just has his own personal golf course, pretty much. That must be nice. Yeah, I was going to say, you must just wake up, go right onto your backyard, just tee off. You're like, I'm going to go play around real quick. Don't have to go anywhere. Wow.
Has probably 20 golf carts, and, it's pretty much the neighbors play. The neighborhood, they all, I guess, chip in for, maintenance and stuff, and they'll go out and play. They have their own golf carts, and it's just like a little community golf course.
That's awesome.
Buy a house over there. Yeah. How do I get into this?
I know it.
That's awesome. Well, let's cut to our word from our sponsor, and then we'll get right back into it. So.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Welcome to Vintage Cigar Lounge, the place where you escape to, not from. The place where your cigar options are limitless. The place where friends come together and bond over the finest cigars and drinks. The place where your selected few can retreat to and enjoy premium cigars, great conversation, and your liquor of choice within the privacy of our private rooms. Looking for a place to escape to? Our doors are always open.
All right, that was a word from our sponsor. Thanks so much, Vintage Cigar Lounge, for everything. So we appreciate it.
Yes, thank
you very much.
Yeah. So let's. I want to talk about some sports topics too, and continue on the golf topics as well. And a little outside Rhode Island, we have the golf sports book out in TPC, Arizona.
Yep.
Which you just mentioned. That's coming in. That's something that's going to be huge, and I think like so cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw pictures of it.
It's crazy.
I sent it to
crazy.
you. Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts, Austin? And I don't know, Josh, if you heard of it, or like, what do you think about that as well too?
I think it's craziness. If it's as big as you said, I don't know.
It looks unbelievable. I think that it brings another dynamic to the game of golf, and it continues to go on the trend of making golf cool.
Right.
Like it brings it more of a stadium atmosphere, which I think golf is in the trend to go towards, especially at TPC Scottsdale.
Of course,
you
yep.
know, and I hope more courses become more like that because, quite frankly, everyone I know looks forward to watching TPC Scottsdale every year and then watching the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, like that's just how it's been, and the atmosphere with the players going up to 16 with different jerseys and handing out gifts and this and that, like it brings such a different feel to the game of golf, and it makes it cool, and I think it allows younger kids to be like, wow, when I grow up, that's what
That
I
looks
want
fun.
to do.
Yeah, that looks fun.
And
Yeah.
that was never, even when I grew up, other than Tiger, that was never a thing, you know?
True.
Yeah.
So,
Golf, I think in itself is evolving. Like I think we kind of
Yeah.
talk about, it's just like evolving into being like more of like that scene, like kind of accepting the like rowdiness of the crowd and like getting people into it.
It's not as stuffy
Stuff,
as it
yeah,
was in
yeah,
years
exactly.
past.
Yeah. And I think like the sportsbook, adding that sportsbook, which is going to be nuts to that course. And I'm sure like once they have that tournament, that sportsbook added like next year or whatever.
yes.
It's going to be even add another element to it. I mean, this year's another element to it because you have the Super Bowl down there at the same time.
Yeah.
So there could be, like, you might see some NFL players there, like more media, more people down, like more famous people down there to hang out and see what it's all about because I think that stadium, that Waste Management, that tournament, and that, like, stadium atmosphere, I would love to see that more often than like, like even guys teeing off, they, like Ricky Fowler, I remember last year was, like, getting them, like, people, like getting them, like, let's go, make some noise before you...
Like Happy Gilmore style.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's kind of like, it's going, but, like, it's, like you said, it's making golf, like, a popular, like, yeah, I want to be able to make a, go in front of a big crowd like that,
Yeah, it makes it so interesting to watch, for sure.
It's going to be interesting, too, for people who are putting in bets in why these tournaments are going on, or why that tournament's going on, to, like, go see the reaction if a player misses, like, a putt, or, like, who knows, like, what they're going to, like, expect of, like, everything, but I wonder if we'll see that, like, with other courses around, like, the world. Yeah,
I think the crowd interaction with the prop bets that you can bet on anything, right? So if a guy misses a 3-footer, and a guy bets that he was going to miss it, you guarantee he's going to be yelling and screaming and full of joy winning that money, you know? So I think it definitely brings another element, and it's going to be cool to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have the Waste Management, which we kind of brought up, which is coming up next week. I mean, what are your thoughts of that coming up? Like, who do you think is Rom going to come out on top? Who do you think is going to win that?
I would love to see him. I'd love to see John. You know, Rory won last week, right?
Yep. Rahm won the 2 weeks before on the PGA Tour. So
I'd ride with one of those two.
Yeah, their similarities the past in this run that they've been kind of going back and forth are so similar. It's insane. Their scoring average is like basically the same. Their number of wins is close to the same. Like their averages are very similar, and it's an awesome duel going back and forth to watch unfold. But Rory holding off Patrick Reed last week was my god. It couldn't have happened any better. It couldn't have.
I was going to ask you what your thoughts on him are.
I mean, once a cheater, always a cheater. You're never gonna live it down, you know, especially on national television. So anything comes up rules wise, it's gonna be a negative towards you. It's just how it is.
Yeah. Not the biggest Patrick Reed fan, but I do like the rivalries in golf, like the DeChambeau's and the Brooks Koepka like rivalry, and Reed McIlroy, like all that stuff. I think it just makes it so much more entertaining. Like we had everyone looked forward to like a Woods Mickelson facing each other and the Masters or something like that. And now we have that continuation. It just adds to another element. I think it just adds to the element of golf. It's just like, yes, you can. It's okay to like have a rival or go against each other and not like dislike each other. Like, just adds another element to the sport.
Right. What's your take on Liv?
You need options.
Yeah.
That's my take on Liv.
Yeah.
These guys are good enough to start their own tour, play their own tour. They want to do something different. Hey man, this is America.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. I don't. I think the money and everything. I mean, it is what it is. I'd take it too.
Yeah, exactly right, man.
What Mike said on
Yeah.
the episode too is like, if any of us presented that much money,
Yeah.
like that's generational wealth. They were
Right,
getting
right.
like $100 million to go
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. No
Yeah.
problem.
Do you think there's ever going to be a PGA Live Ryder Cup format? And did you see Mickelson say that they don't want anything? They don't want to do that because they know who will win.
Oh, I did not see
I
that.
didn't see that either.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But I do think there will eventually.
I
You
think
know,
there will
I
be
think
too.
if Live keeps getting traction and it gets more popular and popular,
Yeah.
they're gonna have no choice. You know, they're
Yeah.
gonna see the money that can be made if they two of them come together and do some sort of a tournament like
Yeah.
that. They'll definitely will.
It's must see TV.
yeah.
Who do you think?
Especially with all the bad blood between some of each
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. It's
You know,
I don't
I think
think
they will.
the Live roster is as good as the PGA Tour. I really don't. You have so many young guys on the PGA Tour that are established
yeah.
Yeah.
and that continue to establish themselves. Like I feel like I don't know. I think it'd be good.
That's a tough one because you got a lot of established guys on the Live Tour that
Yeah.
have been there, done that.
Yeah, but they're also getting older. Like
Yep.
the PGA Tour has much more of a younger crowd. I feel like.
Yeah.
Plus, like you add Rory into that mix, who
And he's what, like 33,
And
34?
Rahm,
He's
yeah.
young.
yeah, and they're just playing out of this world,
Yeah.
you know. But then you have Cam Smith on the Live side. Like I don't know. There's some guys on the Live side that I'm like, why'd you do it? Because you set anyway.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it is a.
Look at
ample
Pat
amount of
Perez,
money.
right? Didn't he was making dog
Yeah.
shit on
Yeah,
the PGA
yeah,
Tour,
yeah.
and now he's
Now-
killing it on the
Yeah.
Live Tour.
I
Yeah.
know.
Well,
I know.
it's cool. Like, imagine if they did do it, but you have like a Mickelson as a captain for one, and then a Woods a captain for the PGA.
There you go.
There's your first route. Like just having that like that, just like all
That's
that,
brilliant.
Yeah, it's already like headlines. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, all right, well here we go, and then you have like the matchups of Koepka versus DeChambeau, Rory versus Reed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so like that would do numbers for golf TV. Like TV and golf would go skyrocket. Like CBS, like people would drool to like get the rights to like take.
That would be Super
Yeah.
Bowl numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It really
because-
would, yeah.
because you want like worldwide and everyone want to watch like those like networks would drool to have
Yeah.
like those like. All you have to do is say Woods and Mickelson and Captain. Boom, everyone's already tuning in. And
Everyone mic'd up.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
just
talking
like
shit.
yeah.
Like, it's like a football. Basketball.
Encourage the shit talking,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'd be great. Well, speaking about Super Bowl,
Yeah.
me and Jeff predicted the 49ers. Jeff's a 49ers fan.
Okay.
They kind of got shafted.
Yeah.
With the injuries.
Yep.
And then we also
They couldn't recover once he
Yeah.
went down. Purdy went down.
Right. We also predicted the Bengals, which they'll be back next year. I'm not too worried about. I think.
Those were both of my picks as well.
Really?
Yeah,
They were.
really.
Yeah.
They've been everyone's picks we've had on.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's
far.
who I wanted.
But now that it's the Eagles Chiefs, who is your prediction to win?
Oh, prediction? I think KC is going to win. But I would love to see the Eagles win.
Really?
Yeah.
Even after
It
they
pains
beat-
me. It pains me
Yeah.
as a Patriots fan
Yeah.
to pick either one of them.
Yeah.
But I have a special hatred for KC.
Really?
So I think they're going to win.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to win.
You don't like Mahomes?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
No?
Nope. I do not. I don't like Kelsey. I don't like Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
I just.
What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, it's tough because I don't like either teams either. So like but I'll go with the Eagles because my nephew's like a big Eagles fan. So
Yep.
I'll root for him. But I don't know if the Eagles will win because they don't look very even against the 49ers didn't look very
Yeah.
like Hurts didn't look very good.
Yeah.
Like who knows if Purdy didn't get injured, what kind of type of game that would have been. Like,
Right.
That first throw obviously was that throw to Devontae Smith was actually incomplete, but they didn't review it. But whatever, I'm not gonna harp on any stuff. I'm not mad. I'm not mad or anything.
It's water under the bridge.
It's like, geez, just get so far. but I don't know. I just haven't been impressed with the Eagles' offense. Their defense is playing phenomenal,
Yeah.
but their offense hasn't really. Yeah, they put up 38 in both games, but one was against the Giants, who were okay,
Yeah.
and then the the Vikings pretty much got Daniel Jones paid in that win pretty
Yeah.
much, and then I don't know, but Hurts didn't look that great against San Francisco. I don't know, he had 100 and something yards thrown. But the
Yeah.
running game was good, but I don't know. I wasn't too impressed. But
Yeah.
But I'd have to say, though, I root for the Eagles, but I have a feeling that Kansas City will win, too.
Yeah.
I don't like Kelsey either.
Yeah.
I think Kelsey wants to be Gronkowski, but it's not.
Yes.
Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
I love Jalen Hurts' story. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind him winning. I do think Kansas City is going to win too because Mahomes is just he's out of this world.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
Like
And I think that's why I hate him so much.
Yeah.
He's so good.
like
Yeah.
his 5
You know?
years that he's been in the league, I don't know if that's ever going to be
Legit.
duplicated.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
It's unbelievable what he does. And I mean, not for nothing, but he was playing on a broken leg.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
yeah.
and he
Yeah.
just wills his way to win. And then now with 2 weeks off to rest, and he'll probably come back, even if he's 90%, 95%.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a huge, huge difference from just the AFC Championship game. So, yeah, I mean, I know Kelsey is a bit much, but he is good too.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
really good.
They're good. They're
yeah,
good.
Yeah, they're
They lose Tyreek Hill and they don't miss a
Yep.
beat.
Don't
Yeah.
skip a beat.
You know,
Who's that
so
guy that came in, number 11? He's on the Chiefs. I forgot his name. He's got like a
wide receiver.
Wide receiver. I can't remember his name. Drawing a blank, but he came in and he was playing well, played well against
Yeah.
the Bengals. He got open
Oh,
some big
yeah.
plays for them and
I
helped
forget,
them win. But
Mm.
and the Bengals they were close too. If that wasn't for that penalty, who knows what would have happened if that guy didn't
Yep.
shove him out of get that
Stupid.
I know.
Yeah,
Just stupid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let the emotions
Yep.
get the best of you.
Yeah.
Cost your team the
reason.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it is what it is. Do you watch basketball or anything? Or
Not really.
Not really. I was
Mm.
gonna say,
No.
do you don't watch Celtics? Do you watch Bruins or?
Not
No?
really.
No.
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 I'll watch both of them when it's playoff time.
Playoff time.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. I'll admit it. You know.
So you just stick to like football.
Yeah,
and
football, baseball.
So you're a Sox fan.
Sox fan. Yep.
All right. What do you think about the Sox? Like, how they gonna do?
I think they're on their way back to regaining my confidence. I think.
Really?
I do. Yeah. They need to lock up a starting pitcher. They need to get some pitching. But I think it's going to be better than last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. I didn't really pay attention to what off-season moves that they made, but I do love going to Fenway. It's like one of my.
Sucks that Bogey's gone.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of
Yeah.
threw a lot of money at Rafi Devers too.
Yeah.
A little too much money in my
Yeah.
opinion. But
Yeah.
they're saying he's going to be the next David Ortiz.
It is weird how they don't spend money on some people and they let them go, and then they spend money on
Yeah.
people that. But I mean, that's where their expertise comes in, I
Yeah.
guess. You know.
If you want to call it that.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
if you
know.
want to call it that. It's
Uh-huh.
been a lot of suspect moves over the past couple years.
I have
Yeah.
MVP baseball to help me out with my. I have the old video games to help me out with my.
Yeah, right.
My judgment calls.
I
I really
know.
want to get.
I know it. I know it.
I'd be a GM doing that. I'm like, let me see what this says really quick in the video game. But Jaylen Brown was voted an All-Star, so we
Yep.
have two Celtics not an All-Star. Joe Mazzulla is the All-Star coach.
I
which
saw
is-
that.
Unbelievable.
Which is crazy. A
Yeah.
guy from Rhode Island who
North
stepped in.
Providence, right?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, Johnston.
Oh, Johnston,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Johnston,
'cause,
okay.
Yeah, his dad was a coach at Johnston.
Yeah.
He played or his grandfather was a coach at
His dad. I
His
think his
dad,
dad
yeah,
was
yeah. And then he played at Bishop, and then he went to West Virginia, coached in D2, and then just worked his way up through the ranks. And
Wow.
crazy to like.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, because actually, I'll mention that after. But for him to like do what he's done at the age of he's my age, I think he's like 35, which is
Wow.
weird to be a coach, like
Right.
to be coaching.
NBA coach, head coach at 35.
from Rhode Island, and
And then the first year
Yeah.
he gets thrown in because of the debacle that happened with
Ime,
Udoka.
yeah.
And then he's an interim coach, and now he's coaching the All-Star
Star game.
game. Like, what is
And
that?
they are
That's-
rolling, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I did
is-
watch a little bit of the other game against Brooklyn. I watched
Oh.
the first quarter,
Yeah.
which was the best first quarter. They just
Yeah.
rolled him. They had no answer for him at all.
No.
Yeah.
So it has been a huge story. He's definitely going to get the job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
If
have
he
to.
doesn't, I mean, that's a huge
I mean,
mistake.
every
That's a
other
bad
coach-
look if they do that.
Yeah.
Right.
What's their record
Yeah,
this
so-
year? Because they're rolling.
They're first in the East,
They're
right?
first
So,
in the East. Yeah,
If
I
they
know.
don't
Maybe
give it to
even
him, then
in the
oof.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what their record is, but they are first in the East because the
Yeah.
coach, whoever's first in the East, the coach gets to coach the All-Star game.
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing with the West, but I mean, he did something different with them. I think he's got them to like share the basketball compared to like
Yeah.
the finals last year. just gotten them, and then Tatum obviously taken up to another level this year, and then Brown just you can't get rid of Brown. Him and Tatum play so well together, but Joe Mazzulla's story is just like an unbelievable story.
It's awesome.
And then did you hear his interview about being the All-Star coach? It's like what do you think about being an All-Star coach? He's like, I don't care. and then like
that's the right answer.
Yeah,
that's the right answer.
And he's like, and then she was like, what do you think about the players? Like getting all. He's like, no, I don't care. And then so the next like the person interviewed Marcus Smart, and they're like, what do you think about Joe Mazzulla's answer? And they're like, I don't give a F what he says. He definitely cares. Like, it's like it is a bigger deal than when he's like leading on.
He went the Belichick approach.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's cool to see a guy from Rhode Island like get like do what he's doing and put Rhode Island on the map in some sort of way because there's talent here in some like every sport. I just think we overlooked and it's kind of showing out.
Yeah, definitely.
I heard something about the Pro Bowls is a flag football game.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is up with that? That is.
I don't know.
No one wants to
And the
play
two
it.
Manning brothers are the coaches.
Yeah.
One on each side. That's
it's
ridiculous.
So stupid.
How about
Josh Allen?
How about
You
the-
see him?
no? What?
You see, he goes, fuck the Pro Bowl. I'm playing in the AT&T Pebble Beach.
I did see that.
I didn't see that at all.
What a great move that is.
Typical guy calling in sick to play golf.
Oh my god, I hate the Bills, but that was awesome.
Hey, Josh, you're supposed to be here. See you tonight.
I'm not feeling good today, man.
Not feeling good.
I'm in California on the golf course.
Is that a bird? Like,
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Isn't the guy from the Ravens like a starting quarterback too? He got voted in. Not Jackson.
Oh, Huntley?
Huntley got in as
I don't
that's
know.
what makes it like. So like, what about
That's
Burrow
hilarious.
and all those guys? Did they just like pass them up? It's like Lawrence, someone else, and then Huntley is like in the Pro
I don't know why they just don't make it like an honor to be a Pro Bowl and maybe have like a ceremony or something and nix all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Have them all play golf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley got beamed in the face by a dodgeball in one of the games yesterday. It's like, what? These are grown-ass people. They're playing dodgeball.
Yeah.
It's such a weird dynamic.
They're running out of things to do with it. No one wants to play in it because no one wants to get hurt
No.
or like light up anyone, I guess. And,
No, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It is so weird.
I think the other news we had to talk about is Tom Brady's retirement, obviously, which is one of the biggest things. And I think it was cool that Mike had that story when he was here, that he shared that locker with Tom Brady.
I listened to that. That was
Yeah.
pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, but what do you guys, is Tom Brady officially retired? Do you think he comes back?
Oh, he's done.
You think so?
I think so. I think it would be a bad look if he's not.
I don't know. How do you come back, get divorced, have a season like you had, and then call it quits? Like, he's still playing at a high level. This year he just wasn't.
No way he comes back. After that, there's no way. It would be such a bad look.
Yeah, I know.
And if he does come back and he struggles, it's even worse.
Yeah, I know.
Just
I know.
walk away now. You're the king of the world.
He should have just walked away after they won in
Super
Tampa
Bowl.
last year.
That would have been a good way to
That
go.
would have been literally the best way to go.
Now, does he deserve his own day going into the Hall of Fame, or should he go in with everyone else in the 5 years?
I don't know. I think he might deserve his own day.
First off, he should go in next year if he is retired.
Yeah, they should just
They
literally
should not have
Just
to
get
wait
rid of the 5 years, yeah.
But his own day would be. I mean,
He's the greatest player ever, man.
Yeah.
What he did in his career, I mean, his own day would be definitely recognizable.
Yeah.
He had three Hall of Fame careers. Like every year, like or every 3 or 10 years, like there was another Hall of Fame career from like when he started. He won 3 Super Bowls. They didn't win and then they won another 3, and then it's just like very like I don't know. I don't think we'll ever see anyone like that again.
Mm-mm.
Like just I guess. It's a weird thing, but I think he deserves his own day because he had his own. Maybe just do one for every, one for every Hall of Fame career that he had because he's just the best of all time.
Greatest athlete probably of my generation.
Yeah,
I would think. You got Jordan there, you got Tiger there.
Yeah,
but I think Tom might be above both of them.
That's
an argument.
Yeah,
it's
definitely an argument.
Yeah,
I will say though, that if
Like, all three of them changed the game.
Yes.
You know, Jordan
did,
changed back,
yeah.
Tiger changed golf, and Tom changed the quarterback position.
Yeah. It is so true. And I think going forward, if Mahomes, Burrow, and then who knows what happens with Brock, I feel like Mahomes and Burrow, they're on that same track, though, that there might even be ahead of him, and if they stay healthy, I mean, they're going to duel it out in the AFC, I think, for the next 10 years.
They're going to be,
Yeah.
7 to 10 years. Who else is going to be? It's going to be one of those two, I feel like, just like it was Manning and Brady.
That's the comparison that will always be compared to two.
And Mahomes, 5 years in, is doing what he's doing. He's a sick talent.
Yeah.
So you just never know. Records are meant to be broken, and I know he is the best to ever do it, right? But because of the way that he got drafted and his whole career
His story,
path.
But and never having a really number one besides Randy Moss for a wide receiver too.
Yeah,
never
that's
had a Hall of
Yep.
Fame wide receiver. I mean, Montana had Bryce.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Gronk is a Hall of Famer. But I just think, and Moss, but he had Moss for a little while, and look what he did with Moss. So when he had Moss, those teams were I wasn't a Patriots fan, but I was I gotta watch
Those
what?
goddamn Giants.
Yeah.
What a shitty organization that is.
Yep.
Makes me sick. Imagine Brady having 10 Super Bowl wins in 10 appearances. Because it definitely could have happened.
Yeah.
It was 3 plays away from happening.
Yeah.
He
One
did his
play
job
in
in both
each.
of those Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He marched them down the field, took the lead, and then...
And then even the Eagles, the last loss to the Eagles, what the...
Yep.
They could have been, easily have been wins as they were losses. So
That's crazy.
for him to have 7 and be 3 plays away from 10 is pretty remarkable.
Crazy. Does he sign back with New England?
For one day?
For one day.
He wanted to retire.
He
as a
should,
Patriot,
I think.
Yeah.
I think he should. I hope he comes back for one more year, to be quite honest.
I wouldn't mind that. If he
Yeah.
wants to unretire and come play with the Patriots, I'm fine with that.
But I also think that if he were to go to the 49ers, they would be the best odds to win the Super Bowl.
I agree with
next
that.
year.
They're ready. All they need is a quarterback, right?
I know.
Yeah,
So I would not be shocked if that happens. If he goes to the Raiders, total disrepresentation of his career.
Yeah.
But if he were to come back to the Patriots, I would love that. We would love that.
We can
But
send
I
Mac
think-
to the 49ers.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But
You
I
guys
think-
can have Mac Jones. We'll take Tom
Yeah.
Brady.
I think right? I think going to the 49ers, though, you have one more year just like you had the first year when you go to
Tampa,
Tampa.
yep.
And they have all the weapons.
Yeah,
And
so I think that makes the most sense, to be quite honest, and their quarterback situation right now. Who knows what's going to happen?
Jimmy's out. They
Yeah.
already said Jimmy's
Yeah.
out.
Jimmy's out.
Where does he land?
Yeah,
I don't know.
he could-
Someone's going to give him a contract.
Yeah, you
though.
definitely.
Yeah.
he might go to the Raiders.
Yeah, he might go to the Raiders.
And
Or
then Derek
Rodgers.
Carr, where does he go?
Well,
He's
Derek
not a
Carr's-
bad quarterback.
Derek-
I'd take him over Mac Jones.
Yeah, I don't mind Mac. I think they need to open the goddamn playbook up.
That I
for him.
agree
Yeah.
with.
They don't give
Yep.
him anything to
Run
go off.
between the tackles, screen passes,
Plus,
the same bullshit.
And then hopefully they get Hopkins. That would be an awesome pickup because Mac Jones has never had a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
The quarterback situation in the league is going to be interesting.
Well, Rodgers is not staying with Green Bay.
He's going to the Jets.
He thinks Rodgers is.
I think
so. He's
so.
going to follow Brett
Really?
Favre.
I
think he's gonna go to the Jets.
Yeah. Oh my God! There's
who
going to
would
be.
want to go there?
Hey.
Why wouldn't he go to the Raiders? Or
Maybe.
somewhere, the Jets. That would be the last place I'd want to go.
So
For me personally.
Exile.
Yeah. I think the Titans might get somebody out of
Yeah,
all
they
this.
could.
I also-
Tannehill does not stay.
healthy. Yeah. I don't know, but
He's getting up there, too.
yeah.
Yeah, he resurrected his career from Miami to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oof. But yeah, it should be interesting. I definitely. Derek Carr is a question mark. He's definitely out as a Raiders at quarterback.
Oh,
so
definitely.
maybe Jimmy goes there, which he rekindles with McDaniels, which I think McDaniels only has 1 or 2 more years before he's back as an offensive
Yeah,
coordinator.
New England.
If
Yeah.
he doesn't
In
do
New
something,
England.
Yeah, he'll be back in New England again. Yeah.
if he doesn't do something good, you
Yeah.
know, he's gonna be back to where he was.
He's on the hot seat already for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so-
a lot of people are.
It'll be interesting to see where Rodgers goes. I don't know. I really don't think Brady's gonna retire. Like, I know he retired, but I don't think he's gonna stay retired. I think him going to the 49ers was where he wanted to go originally instead of Tampa.
Yeah.
And then now he has the chance with McCaffrey is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Debo is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And their defense is unbelievable. You know, so
Yeah. Every tool is in place.
exactly.
But
all
it
they
would
need
it would
is
be a
quarterback.
bad look, I think, if he does that.
Yeah.
Made his video, got all the
Yeah.
everything.
It's a bad look until he wins another Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which they would be the favorites. I would bet a lot of money that they'd be the favorites if he went there.
Doesn't guarantee anything though.
Yeah,
If
I
he
know.
doesn't win the Super Bowl, then what? You
I
just
don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
know,
I
put
don't
it-
know.
put
He's
it-
already out of wife, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess
Well,
it doesn't really matter.
it's Tom Brady though.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's doing okay in
Yeah.
that department.
Ooh, yeah, he is. I think I saw the girl he's dating. Yeah, he's doing okay, but yeah, I don't know. This is like the first NFL season where it's going to be like a quarterback carousel instead of the coaching
Yeah.
carousel because you have so many quarterbacks that like you have Jimmy, you have Carr. We don't know he's at the Raiders, but they don't know if they're going to keep him. You have Rodgers, who's not staying in Green Bay. I don't know. It's just going to be interesting year. Brady possibly coming out of retirement. Like, it's going to be very interesting for
It
sure.
will be, yeah.
It's much. It's going to be interesting too. What's going to happen in the draft? If the Bears are going to draft someone, or are they going to trade that pick too? Because they're the number one pick. So
Yeah.
it's a good time to be an NFL fan for sure.
Yeah,
because
for
like
sure.
they're still talking about it. Like, and I think they must love all the news because usually it's NBA free agency though.
Yeah.
It takes the hold on everything, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of NBA free agency, I want to hit on one topic before we leave. What is Kyrie Irving doing?
I know.
I don't understand what goes through that guy's head. They're finally over the hump and playing well. And now you request a trade with a couple days left, right?
Yeah, it's like the ninth. Yeah,
So you have, 5 days left?
yeah. So
5 days left
Yeah.
and you want to... And it's not a leverage play because he said even if they offer him a max contract, he's not
not
going to take
staying,
it.
yeah.
So
He's
like,
a
what are you
freaking
doing?
clown, man.
Oh,
He is a
man.
clown.
I don't understand.
A waste of talent
He's
is what he
so
is.
good, but he just
Yep.
cannot get out of his own way. I
Loves
feel
the
like.
drama. Loves
Yeah.
it. Lives off of it.
yeah,
Another AB.
Yeah,
Lives
Yeah.
off of it.
I just
Yeah.
feel like someone like in his mind.
Another wasted talent.
It's just like things are going too well. He's like, no.
Yeah.
I gotta like shake it up.
Let me
Like,
mess this up here, right?
let
We're
me-
starting to come together here. It's not
No,
good.
I don't like this. Yeah. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't get him on that. Never like I know like he's such a great player, but like there's something like I don't know what he wants. Or why are you gonna go to
Yeah.
the Lakers who aren't playing good basketball, who are I think 12th or 11th in the standings right now in the Western
Yeah.
Conference? Why go there? And then they're saying Russ Westbrook for Kyrie. So then you're gonna have Kyrie and Durant back together, and then might as well just trade Ben Simmons and get Harden back. Yeah, and then
Right.
yeah, at that point. But it's just such a weird like. He's such a weird guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like you said, they're playing good basketball. They're 4th or 3rd in the standings in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they finally just went on a run. They
Yeah.
strung together like 10 wins in a row or something close to it, and
Yeah.
then he pulls this again. So, that would be interesting to see too. What happens within this next week, and kind of see what
Where he lands
where he
or what
lands.
happens.
Yeah, be interesting
Yeah.
for sure.
I think I'm gonna put my bet on the 49ers for the future right now. take the odds right now.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, see what
They'd
the odds
probably
are.
get good odds right now with their quarterback situation. They don't know what's coming or going.
Lance is gone. Well, Lance is hurt.
Yeah.
Purdy had a UCL tear, so we don't know if he's going to even be back next year. So
6
Yeah.
months is what I heard.
Or 6 months,
Yep.
yeah. So it's going to be interesting what they do, but
Yep.
yeah. Well, this has been a lot of fun, John.
It has been
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
I really
yeah,
appreciate it. Thank
yeah,
you guys very much.
Yeah, this is
I
good.
really enjoyed myself, and
Yeah.
yeah, this is awesome.
Thanks
Yeah,
for coming on.
thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.